Oh, hello, Jubilee. uh, bow hunters, they've been using these masks long before COVID came around, yeah. See if I can get this puppy off of here. I didn't practice this. Well, there we go. Hey, as you probably know, it's a major holiday in Minnesota this weekend. Yeah. Opening deer hunting. Yeah. And I've been looking for a deer, but it ain't a D-E-E-R. It is a D-E-A-R. I got my eye on that worship leader over there. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, Now, I know it's hard to believe, but there are some Jubilee folk not here today. They chose to go sit in the woods somewhere instead of come here. Can you believe that? Yeah. But hey, don't worry. I'm sure they got their smartphone out and they're live streaming with us right now. Right there in the woods they are, yeah. So don't be too loud. We don't want to scare the deer. Wait a minute. Where some of them are, there ain't no cell phone coverage, I guess. But, hey, just between you and I think deer hunters are a little bit strange. Yeah. Any of you agree with me? It's just you and I here. Wait a minute. It ain't just you and I. It's all those people that they just saw you raise your hand. Yeah, they did. See, deer hunters, they got them some contradictory terms, like they sit in something and call it a stand. Now, does that make any sense to you? Why call it a stand if you're going to sit? Call it a deer sit, not a deer stand. Yeah. And then when ain't no deer coming to them or they get bored or cold, they decide to go and try to hunt a deer down. They try to sneak through the woods like some, deer ninja or something. And while they're moving, do you know what they call it? Still hunting. Yeah. You ain't still, you's moving. Yeah. And then if they really get cold or bored, they do something called a deer drive. But you know what they do on a deer drive? They don't drive, they walk. Yeah, why do they call? Here's the problem. I think some of them deer hunters, they've been sitting in a deer stand too long in cold weather, and some of them, their brain cells done froze. Yeah. I don't know what they ever thaw out. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you know what a deer drive is, but I don't think much of them. Here's what they do. They put a hunter in a strategic place, and then the rest of the hunters traipse through the woods trying to scare a deer to that hunter. Now, I want you to picture this. There's the hunter. Here's me going through the woods trying to scare a deer to that crazed hunter. And he knows if a deer's going to come, it's going to come a-running. So what's he going to be doing? Yeah, he's going to be, trying to shoot. Do you know what the last thing on his mind is? Where am I, the other hunter? Yeah, that I don't know about that. But anyway, I gotta hurry here because Pastor Becky's got to preach part 2, and if I don't hurry, she's going to need a part 3, and then a part. Well, we won't go there. But just a word of wisdom. Be careful about asking a hunter if they got their deer. Yeah. Did you notice they never just say yes or no? End of story? Never. If they say no, they got a reason. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too windy, the moon phase ain't right, too many hunters in the woods. It ain't their fault that they didn't get a deer. Yeah. And if they did get a deer, do they ever just say, yes, I got my deer, end the story? Oh, no, they got to tell you the whole long, boring story. Yeah. Oh, and they think it's so amazing. I was sitting there, and I heard a noise behind me, and I slowly looked, and sure enough, there was a deer coming. It took 3 steps, turned to the right, took another 3 steps, turned to the left, took another 3 steps, ate some acorns, took another 3 steps, had a bowel movement with acorns in it. And then I aimed, and then I shot, and I made an expert shot, and the deer went running, and I tracked it down like the excellent tracker I am. And when I saw the deer, I was so moved I started to cry. Oh, no, they don't tell you that. And you're thinking, that all sounds kind of normal. And they're making it all so fascinating. But here's what I realized. Their story ain't any more exciting than my deer story. That I want them to pretend like they're interested. Yeah. So here's how it goes. There's this unwritten rule amongst deer hunters. When I tell you my boring deer hunting story, pretend like you're really interested. And then we'll reciprocate. That's how the whole thing works. Yeah, well, hey, Pastor Mark asked me to do the offering today. Kids, you can be dismissed for kids' church unless you got a big offering you want to give first. But I'll do offering real simple, Pastor Bubba style. God so loved the world that he gave. If you're like God and you love, give. All right, that's about all you need to know. You can give at the buckets there, online, and you online. You don't get a pass just because you ain't here. You got a button to click there, and you can give as well. All right, what else I got? I got some announcements. This here is called a bulletin. You know what bulletins are for? They're so you can read them, so I don't have to read it for you. So just do that, will you? And then I'll just say one thing, and then Pastor Buddy's going to come and give you another announcement. Friday night, there's two things going on, but we're combining them. There's intercessory prayer and there's worship. We're going to do them together. Pastor Buddy's going to come tell you about it. All right, we'll see y'all.
Come on, let's give Pastor. All right. Praise God. Come on, give that another. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that awesome?